Hello folks, new project going on here. This is a design for it. There's 71 rows. Each row has 224 segments per row. And you'll see how I like to do it. I put one piece on, skip two, put one piece on all the way through. This is how I normally do it. This is the base row here. I made a ring and split it into two, then re-glued it back on. I'll give it extra stability for the base. And I'll turn this and then put the first row of 224 segments on top of this. So like I talked about, I'm cutting pieces, then I'm gluing every third piece down. I'd like to talk about cutting for a second here. So this is a cross-cut blade, 10 inch. It's thin curve, so pretty thin. So what happens when you're cutting wood, of course, it's going to be vibrating back and forth from the stress of hitting wood and cutting it. There's, on here I have a 4-inch vibration dampener, just like a big washer you can buy, and that helps a lot. The problem with it is the bigger the washer, the less cut you can do. So I have 4-incher on there right now, and I could probably go to a 5-inch diameter, but that'd be it. Because I need to cut through this, and then the wedgie sled is 3/4 of an inch thick, so the 3/4 plus this material here limits you how big a washer you can put on there, vibration dampener. So I've noticed a huge difference on once I start using the vibration dampeners on how consistent the wood is cut. And filled up all the holes. Like I said, I glued every third piece down so we have a gap with two. This is my first time doing 224 segments per row, and I'm sure noticing the bigger this count, the more exact you need to get. Meaning if one of these little pieces slipped when you glued it, it doesn't take much, and the size of the piece needs to be bigger or smaller because of it. So when they're too big, depending on how too big it is okay, that was a little tight, but it's okay. What I can do if it's a little too big is I can take one and just sand it like this, just like that. And maybe more than once you have to do that. But so now that I got every other one filled up, then all I do here is some glue in there and kind of work it in. Make sure the glue is spread around. And then push it into place and make sure you push it down very tight. The lighter the wood, the more the seams will show if you don't get it pushed down tight and pushed in tight. Both things need to happen, down and in. So after every row, you got to clean out the glue. So there's 75 pieces gluing at every third piece. So by the time you come around, it's been a while, so the glue is gelling up. You want to get the glue out, because when you're pushing the pieces back in, filling them up, you don't want the glue to stop it from, going down. Get a nice tight joint, either side or down, either one. Okay, so start at the narrower pieces here. It's not the diameter is not changing as fast. You can have smaller pieces. So how I do this here is I take the plan. You can't see all these little things because they're small, because there's 224 pieces across the row. So what I do though is I take each row and mark every third piece with a little pen mark. Then I take that and put it onto paper here. So it black, orange, red, black, black, orange, black, black it goes. So it's 14, the code is 14 wide, and you do 5 of the 14, that's 70. And then at the very end, then there's 5 left at the very end. So I take this then, based on the plan, I take this and I cut the pieces here, and then I lay them all out, 5 times 14 plus 5. So I use this code, make it into the pieces here. So then when I'm gluing the pieces down, I'm just grabbing what the next one is. I'll start with this group of 14, glue all them down, I'll go to the next one, all 5 of them, and there's 5 extra at the end. So that's how I do this. So I'll start gluing now. Okay, so here's my group of 14. Like I said, I just start gluing them down. The diameter for this row is 10.2 inches. So my piece is starting to get a little bigger now. This is 0.143, whereas at the beginning it was 0.11. So pieces are definitely getting bigger now. So then I count 2, 3. So I'm starting where I'm gluing it down, then I'm looking at the holes here. 1, 2, I count to 3 in the third hole, you put the peg, and then you glue down your next piece here. While I'm moving it, I'm holding that piece down so it doesn't slide when I'm moving it, because just put the glue on, and so it's not very solid yet. It takes a while for the glue to set. So now I'm going around and adding glue to the pieces. This is row 9. Ten orange heart, 5 yellow heart, and 10 bloodwood. So the next thing I need to do is cut them. And we're working on row 10. It's going to be 10.5 inches the outside diameter, and it's going to be 0.147 inches is a segment length. So I need to adjust this guy to 0.147. So we need to change this to 0.147. So I'll loosen that. Tighten it down to 147. Measure 0.147 here. So I use my tools, flatten it up, clean it up a bit on inside and out, and then I put pencil marks on. So once I get the pencil marks on, I sand them off. Turn the lathe on real slow. So you see that the inside's going out first. It's almost gone. Now the outside's going. Almost. Okay, I think it's pretty much gone. Now I can start in the next row. Okay, so we're working on row 16. So like I talked about, I do every other or every third piece. So first one is yellow. Row 28 calls for 0.194. So I'll adjust this. So what I like to do is make it go a little bit too far and then dial it so you're pushing against, my finger here is pushing against end. So I get it to about what I need and lock it in. So by doing that, provides pressure against here so it won't move this way. So doing this project, one of the most time consuming thing is dry fitting all the pieces. I have my pieces laid out small to large. And so it's trial and error sometimes here. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So that's a little tight. So I'm gonna go and take a small winky and give it a try. There we go, perfect. So it's just a lot of that dry fitting part. It's gonna be, no, actually not too bad right there. So anyway, that's how we do this. That one needs 2 blacks. Matching the pattern is important too. Sometimes I will goof it up and I'll have to fix it. Looks like I'm gonna have to cut some medium-sized pieces here. 6 and 8, yeah, that's a little bit small. So I'm gonna probably have to, here we go. Got 2 bigger ones here, so they fit in there. Yeah, nice. So making sure you have your small, medium, large, and when you get low, cut some more pieces. Okay, so anyway, that's how you do it, going all the way around. It just takes time. So this is the second to last row I got to put on. The last row is all wingy, so almost there. I moved this out of the way because I'm going to use the outside edge of this, exactly what I need for this vase, this diamond right here. So just get it out of the way. So nothing new here. I'm gluing every 3rd piece down. So one of the things that happens here is a piece will shift a little bit on me. Maybe from when I was moving it, it stick to glue, or maybe I bumped it, I don't know. So this piece right here, I need to get out of there. So what I do is just get a hold of it, break it out. Sometimes it goes better and sometimes worse. That one's pretty tight. So I have to That's all I do is get rid of it. And then, so then I could reset it with the jig, or most times I just fill it in. So I'll just fill it in.